Hello, everybody. Let me know if you guys can hear this. I think I got the settings right. I was hitting start recording instead of start streaming, so I wasn't streaming for the first 5 minutes trying to troubleshoot some stuff. But welcome. I see 5 people online. Hello. There's Sushi. Michael's here. Viper, I see you. And I don't know who this last guy is, but ITZDPSC2, welcome. Ready, check, race, check. So we will get this game going in just a second. This is the first game of our weekly clan war against Confed and Psionic Aftermath. It's going to be best of 5 Pro League format, so everyone's just going to play one game against the same division, I guess. So kicking off the first set of games, it's a platinum match. Titan's good, Depth Zero's good. It's a TVT on Blood Boil. Alright, spawning on the top left, the blue Terran, the platinum player for Confed, it's Titan. And on the bottom right, for Psionic Aftermath, the green Terran, we have Depth Zero. So Blood Bowl, I'm not too familiar with this map because I have it vetoed. It's one of those weird maps, right? There's a pocket natural with 10 mineral patches instead of 8, but with 1 gas. One of the expansions is also 10 mineral patches and 1 gas. A lot of players often take this front natural because it's more of a normal I guess, resource income with 8 patches and 2 gases, so doesn't affect their build as much. But both players, no, actually, Depth Zero walling off relatively quickly. He's already gotten gas, and I think Titan might have went for a barracks gas instead. So we'll see if Depth Zero does any fast teching into starports. Maybe he's already gotten his second gas, while Titan over here is still only on 1 gas. He's probably gonna make, I don't know, a CC and a reactor after his initial Reaper. Scouting SCV from Titan gets denied. Thanks to that early supply depot wall. The factory is scouted. It's too close to the wall. And immediate reactor too, so he actually doesn't have a Reaper or anything. On the other side of the map, Titan's Reaper is almost done. His CC has been started, and his second barracks has been dropped. The Reaper's not doing anything so far. Hello, Jedi Zealot. Welcome to the stream. First game's just started, so you haven't missed anything. Depth Zero swapping that reactor onto the factory. It could be a Cyclone, reactored Cyclone push. Those are pretty popular in TVT. There's one started, and as soon as he gets the gas, there's the second one. The SCV got in. I guess the depot was lowered. And the Reaper is joining that SCV in the main base of Depth Zero. SCV's pulled. He's gonna lose a couple because he has no units out. He's been making add-ons this whole time. This one SCV might die. But over here on the other side of the main base, he's already lost 2 SCVs. 3 SCVs going down. The first Cyclone does pop though, so it's gonna be able to push this Reaper away. But not before it gets a 4th SCV kill. He's already down by 4 right now. But the army supply is significantly in favor of Depth Zero, 9-2. And Cyclones are pretty beefy. On the other side of the map, Depth Zero is making... Not Depth Zero, sorry, Titan is still only on 2 barracks, no factory. That's a lie. There's a factory behind the mineral line and a starport, but the factory's making reactors, so it won't be making any factory units for a while. This bunker will probably finish before the attack from our Green Terran hits the base, but he's only got 2 Marines, 4 Marines in a second, and a Marauder. Against 3 Cyclones for now. But the bunker is filled. What does Depth Zero do? He's gonna actually just fight it. Loses a Cyclone. He will take out the bunker though. But at what cost, right? Loses the second Cyclone. And yeah, holding the ramp strong is Titan. Reinforcements from Depth Zero are arriving. So he's got 2 Cyclones and 2 Marines. But Titan does have 6 Marines and a Marauder at the ramp. The factory actually switched over and isn't making anything, and there's 1 medevac, 2 medevacs on the way. So it's just gonna be bio. Depth Zero still on 1 base, still pumping out double Cyclones. While Titan's macroing pretty well, making SCVs. It's up by 4 right now, but with an extra set of mules too, from the natural CC. We'll see. Depth Zero making his second push. He might want to pull that injured Cyclone so it doesn't get taken down. But it gets pushed back by Titan. Titan coming in and cleaning up the rest of the push actually. Oh, Depth Zero's 2 Cyclones just missed the battle. Stim isn't done, but Marauders are pretty good against Cyclones, especially with medevac support. Depth Zero on the other side of the map, still making Cyclones. No signs of... Okay, I lied. There definitely is some sign of expansion. Drops his CC. He is behind though. He's behind by 6 workers right now. Behind in tech. He doesn't have a starport. He has a second factory coming out. And an armory, so he might be trying to go some type of mech. On the other side of the map, Titan can actually drop because he's held off the Cyclone pressure. But maybe he's just staying home to be safe. There's a siege tank, 3 medevacs. It's a pretty scary force. He picks up. We'll see where Titan drops with this. Depth Zero does have 3 Cyclones and a handful of Marines, so as long as he doesn't let the siege tank siege in a really good spot, he should be able to jump on it and take it out. Worker count is 36 to 24 in lead of Titan. The second CC making all those workers. Depth Zero not making this transforming into an orbital command just yet. Those 2 medevacs are coming, and a 3rd medevac also trying to drop and join the fray. Drops right on top of the command center and sieges up. So Depth Zero coming in with his own army, but he's going to be walking into a sieged tank with some bio buffer. He's focusing the tank down, but he's getting chewed up by the bio trying to reach it. So yeah, he loses the whole army, and there's still 6 Marines and 3 Marauders. They rush on top of that siege tank. Ooh, this is rough. 9 army supply to 38. Titan's got his second drop joining. GG is called. Confed takes the first game. Well played by both players. Invite to party. And now we are just waiting on Confed's diamond player. Zatranis, I see you in chat. We are waiting for the second player from Confed. Just need a diamond player. I don't see anyone in your community group or in the Psyx versus Confed group, so diamond. Oh, you guys. Yeah, just waiting on Confed to bring up their players. How is everyone tonight? 10 viewers. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna give them 5 minutes. And if they're not here, we're just gonna call it a forfeit and move on to the next match, which is also gonna be a diamond. And Yemfu's not playing, so I don't even know who's Master's playing for them. We'll see. We'll just wait. Maybe Titan can go ask. Okay. What is that one? Also, we just lost our our diamond player. The Living Dead's apparently in an area with spotty internet. So he was hoping he wasn't gonna get disconnected, but this might be an issue. Thanks for playing, Dub0. And I believe you're playing tomorrow? That's not tomorrow, on Saturday. The 10th, All Kill versus Valid G, so I'll see you then. Doot. Rajzilla. I can go find him. Confed. View profile. Roster. Where's Raj? He's offline. Goodness. Confed, you guys really need to get your shit together. Living Dead has reconnected. Well, sorry for the delay, guys. You can blame it on the Confederation. We've got our players ready to go. We are waiting on their diamond. they can't find diamonds, I guess we can move on to masters. That's a potential thing we can do. Again, I'm sorry for the delay, everyone. I'm giving him 3 more minutes. Everyone on their side is usually who's usually running it are a little bit busy. They're doing graduation stuff. But Judicium, who's their masters player, we're gonna skip their diamonds and we're just gonna call it forfeit. But we can jump to the master slot. So Viper, are you watching? You should be around, right? Viper, where you at? Which account are you on? There you are, Mr. Barcode. I'm gonna boot the living dead. Good job for winning, for showing up on time. Cool, we might get a co-caster. Causing virus. I don't know if he's on. Abyssal is our map pick. CS Game Heart. We will get this game going shortly. Sushi, can you fix that? Can you drag him into the casting only channel? We'll get cat causing virus into the party and the game. And we'll get it started in just a second. Alright, so let's get this game going. Alright, let's one second. That's not Viper. Alright, we'll get this going. game number 4, I guess. We skipped game number 2 and game number 3 because they couldn't bring out a diamond. Sorry, everybody, for the delay. But we've got Judicium versus Viper. TVZ on Abyssal Reef. It's our master set. They're both Masters 1, I believe, so should be a good match. We're loading into the game right now, and hopefully Virus can join me in the casting only Discord channel soon so that I can stop blabbering by myself into the microphone. We're down to 6 viewers. I'm sorry, guys. This is a rough clan war. A lot of struggles. Also, it's at the same time for WCS qualifiers, right? We're competing for viewers. Thanks for all of you tuning in despite more exciting, higher level StarCraft going on at the same time. We do this every week, so tune in next week for another exciting Confed clan war. Psionic Aftermath clan war versus Confed, I guess. Alright, we are in the game, spawning on the bottom right. Masters player playing for Confed, recently making, they've kind of made their own clan from Zatranus. It is Judicium. And on the top right, top left, Yellow Zerg playing for Psionic Aftermath. The barcode Zerg gets Viper. Pretty normal stuff so far. Seems to be a barracks first into gas maybe for our Terran player. There it is. And a hatch first from the Zerg player. Well, we'll see what they decide to do after the 3-minute mark. Hatch, gas, pool by Viper. Spawning pool should be going down. There it is. Reaper should be started shortly after that barracks finishes. Wonder if he's gonna go the 2-1-1 stim timing, or maybe the Hellion, reactor Hellion opening that's gaining more popularity recently. Viper still making drones, Overlord, basic stuff. Second barracks going down. Seems like a 2-1-1 to me. Should be a reactor, supply depot, gas, factory. The normal stuff. There it is. On the Zerg side, 2 pairs of links coming out. The queens are on their way. Yeah, everything's pretty standard. Two off gas so that he can afford more queens. The Reaper poking in. Sees I know drones are there. There's one. Is he gonna get it? Good spore. Ooh, good grenade too. Picks off one ling, still microing. The other side of the map, Tech Lab is going down, the factory is going down, the gas was finished, probably going to be filled soon. Reaper at the third base of Zerg, making sure he can't expand easily until speed is done. Actually, Viper opts to take the forward third, low ground third. It's a little bit difficult to defend the mineral line from a high ground attack. The Reaper goes in. Wow, picks off another drone and gets out. He doesn't see this third though. He thinks it's a 2-base. Zerg.
Center upgrade complete.
Reactor and starport should be starting in just a second for the Terran player. Zerg's still making... Oh, actually he's making 10 lings and a baneling nest. So... gonna be some aggression coming out of our Zerg player. Link speed is done. He's going to push this Reaper away. Nice trap with the 2 lings on the high ground. Yeah, Judicium's just making Marines. He's gonna swap this over to make 2 medevacs. Well, actually, Viper after making those lings, he's back to droning. So maybe he's just got the baneling nest early as a defense against this 2-on-1. Sending some patrol lings out to see what Judicium's up to. It's been walled off, so he's gonna have to walk around, but he's gonna see those Marines and probably have a good idea of what's about to hit. Gets into the mineral line. Ooh, he might pick off that mule. And yeah, it goes down with about a third, maybe half of the trips left. Double medevacs, boosting across the map. This sling's already gotten 2 kills so far, 3 kills, wow. And on the other side of the map, Viper still droning. He just made 8 drones. He's got the queens, but he's only got about, I don't know how many Zerglings this is. 4, 8, 12, about 14 Zerglings. This could be a little bit tough. Judicium still thinks there's a 3rd base over here, but now he sees the creep. He's pressuring, he's killing drones. The drones can't mine. The lings are kind of chilling there. He doesn't have enough links to completely surround, but he's got banelings, so unless Judicium completely snipes those banelings, he should be able to Viper should be able to push this back. Judicium coming down onto the creep, trying to pick off that queen. He gets it. The lings get us around, but good kiting by Judicium. And he picks up and gets off the creep, and now he's healing again. And Viper a little bit supply blocked, but he's got the link count now, so he should be able to hold this. Good target firing by Judicium. Bane speed is almost done. Nice surround by Viper. Judicium's still being really annoying with those 2 medevacs. The queen got picked off, so he can't chip away at that medevac. Other side of the map, the 3rd CC is done for Judicium. He's enjoying a 10 supply lead. Viper gets his last baneling sniped, so he's gonna need to make some more. Good surround. Picks off several Marines. Down to 7 Marines at the front line for Judicium. Floating his 3rd CC over. The 4th base for Viper is down. How are the upgrades looking? +1 is started. +2 Carapace is good for Viper. +1 is about a third of the way done for the Terran player. He's boosting into natural. He's got a queen over there and a spore, so Judicium turns around. Doesn't want to commit too much. There are 3 medevacs though, boosting to the 4th base of Viper. He needs to make some banelings. He can't just run lings into this. His Overlord does scout it though, so he's going to be ready. He knows that it's coming. Hydralisks are coming out. Ooh, there's a Widowmine in here too. Gets a decent amount of splash off and pushes back the front medevac, but he cancels his 4th. Did it die? Yeah, it actually died, unfortunately. The Hydralisk's trying to pick off that injured medevac, doesn't get it. Judicium still kind of posed to cancel any 4ths built by Viper. And he still sees it. He needs more banelings, I think. Roly-poly banelings rolling in. Gets a pretty good connection. Ooh, those 2 Widowmines actually killed most of the Marines with their splash damage. So 51 army supply to 55. It's a pretty close game. Judicium is up in supply a little bit, but Viper's definitely not out of it yet. Does he realize there are 2 Widow Mines here? He needs to get some Overseers. He's supply blocked, so he's making 5 Overlords at a time. Remade his 4th base. Judicium mining at his 3rd. Loading up 2 medevacs. Going around the right side of the map. And 4 Marines coming to poke at this 4th base. The Widow Mines are back. Nice triggering by Viper with the Overseer. He also cleans that up. Where did the medevacs go? Did he deflect that as well? I'm not sure. Sorry about that, guys. I must have missed that. But yeah, upgrades. +2 attack and +2 missiles are going for Viper. And +2/+2 is also about the same done for the Terran player, so relatively even on upgrades. Zerg does have to spend a little bit more because he needs to get Carapace and missile attacks. But 2-pronged attack by Judicium over here. Judicium unloading on the left side. Viper completely pushes back the attack on the right side, but this hatchery's exposed. I think he's gonna lose it. Judicium multi-pronged harass. Yep. Loses it, picks up. Actually almost loses the medevacs. Nice. Viper has units ready for the drop. The Banelings actually kind of detonated on single bile units, so he's gonna have to pull some of the army back to clean it up, but yeah, no damage done. And good army split, so he pushes back that secondary 2 medevac drop. Is actually, yeah, he picks off the medevacs. Nice. 4th base for Judicium is about halfway done. Ooh, the drop actually dropping at the natural. 7 drones have gone down. Decent Baneling connection. He's picking off the queen. Cleans it up with the remaining lings. 4th base about halfway done for Viper. He's in a tough spot, but he's definitely not out of it yet. He's got Banelings, and he's picking off units left and right, so Viper finally going out onto the map, maybe pressuring the Terran player for the first time in this game, I think. Breaking down these rocks, making sure his Banelings don't blow up on it, making more Banelings. Bling Bane Hydra. Ooh, you don't want to walk into that. He's got 3 siege tanks in the back. And Marines coming in, picking off some units. Yeah, those Banelings kind of acting as a wall for the Zerg player. He's getting some free Banelings off. Wow. Good pickoffs by Judicium. And he's moving his army to match the army movement for Viper. Viper still hasn't saturated his 4th base. It's 63 to 66 workers, so he's not too far behind, but the Terran does have mules. 3-3 is just started for the Zerg player, while it's about halfway done for the Terran, so Terran's gonna have a little bit of time where he's gonna be up one set of upgrades, but the Ultralisk Den is halfway, about 1/3 away done for the Zerg player. And that's when it gets a little bit difficult for the Terran, at least just on Biotank. The Judicium pushing out onto the map. He's gonna hit before the Ultras come out. And with just laying Bane, not even that many Banes. Ooh, Viper posing to do a huge surround. Good concave, good concave. The Banelings don't connect though. The Hydras are getting shredded by the Bio. GG's called. Judicium takes the win for Confed. So, hey, Causing Virus is here. Sorry, I did not see you during that game. Where is he? GG, well played. Wow, oh, we don't even have a party. So do we have a Grandmaster player? And do they have a Grandmaster player? Let me check. I'm asking if they have a GM player ready. I don't know if we do because I was supposed to stall this until like 9 or 9:30 for Manning's More Pleased to come back. She's at a graduation for her sister. But it's been causing virus. Number. Causing virus. Can I drag him into the casting? I don't actually know how to get Discord working, but we don't have a Grandmaster's set because Confed doesn't have a Grandmaster's player. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? Should we just call it 2-2 tied? We won our 2 no-show diamond matches. They won their two matches that actually got played. Grandmasters a no-show. Everyone's happy. Have any league play? Confed, do you guys, any of you guys want to play? Any of you guys want to play? It's a tiebreaker. We'll just get one more game in. To server. Yeah, well, we can do that. We can do a Viper versus Diet Monster. Hello? Hey! Wonderful, wonderful. Indeed. Well, we are scrambling to find players to play right now. Diet Monster is offline. Well, we'll see. We'll just grab people from our clan. Alright, Ace can play. We'll get you into here. Now viewers, who should each of the players represent? One of them has to be a Confed side, right? We're doing a tiebreaker. Or we can even get Jack. Maybe we can get Jack. I'll see. We'll see if Jack responds because he hasn't played, but Jack's joining.
We have our Psionic clan war, our little civil war here.
Jack is that Masters 1 now. Wow, nice. Congratulations. All right. What map? Party chat. Alright, I'm gonna have them pick a number. One's gonna be Psionic Aftermath, 2 is for Confed. And
Oh boy, we haven't had some trash talking going on. Should be very good. See who holds up.
Odyssey, cool. It's a nice big macro map. Alright, Jack is Psionic Aftermath. We're not going to tell him though, so he doesn't throw. And Ace will be representing the Confederation. Alright, cool. Tiebreaker game. Both players provided by Psionic Aftermath, but we'll see who wins the clan war.
Now, I kind of like this map, especially the TVZ, because it allows Terran to do a lot of drops, just because, yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's a huge map.
Turn to extend really, really easily. And that creep spread is not as hard because you don't have the cedar bushes that'll block your view.
It's true. And there's that gold base not too far away from the third base.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes Zergs rush to get that, but excuse me.
Pretty interesting to see how this turns out.
Indeed. So spawning on the bottom right, representing Psionic Aftermath, it's Jack, the blue Zerg player. And on the top left, also from Psionic Aftermath, but for the sake of clan war, he's going to be on the Confed side. It's our red Terran player, Ace. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah.
I've had a lot of problems whenever I expand to the one that is above / below the natural, but I've also seen a lot of pro players, this is Masters League, so players should be able to pretty easily defend.
Yeah. Well, Jack actually going for a gas pool. He doesn't even have a natural. Oh, I lied. He just he just plopped it down. But it's a pool, earlier pool. And on the other side, Ace is actually going for a 3Rex Reaper.
Kind of curious is how Jack is going to defend this, because I've seen a lot of Zergs that'll build maybe a spine or two just to be safe, because the Reaper harassment is really hard to defend in this one with that little ramp that goes up into the main, and then they can circle around and go straight into the natural.
Mm-hmm. I apologize to the viewers. I actually forgot to change my Discord settings, so I don't think you were coming through.
Oh boy.
Because I have a couple of different audio outputs.
Let's see.
But you're good now. Yeah, the Zerglings circumventing that Reaper, trying to cancel that CC, but it's actually not what's happening on the other side of the map. Jack saves that first drone, but saves both drones.
Yeah. And we do see the Zerglings coming over here to Ace's side, but they're not going to really be able to do much. They try and come into these two Reapers that just spawned, but it looks like these Reapers are going to have pretty easy time holding off these Lings because they're just too slow.
Yeah, speed is 14 seconds from finishing, but he's going to lose all his Zerglings before that happens.
Yeah. Now, the interesting thing is we still see Reapers getting produced here. So how all in is Ace? All right, no. We do see a second coming down. I was going to say, this is beginning to become pretty all in with the Zerg player now getting their Roach worn up. Being able to defend this pretty easily. It is almost done. We have about 5-10 seconds left on it.
And he's got some queens, he's got lings, he's even got a spine, so Jack feeling pretty confident that he's held.
Yeah. Now, Ace really needs to do some economic damage with this, otherwise Jack is going to be able to just easily drone behind this, start producing that economy that Ace really doesn't want him to. But we do see 8 Reapers out of Ace, so it should be interesting to see how far he'll go with this.
Yeah, he's still making Reapers.
Something I'm curious about is why Ace hasn't just moved around and gone tried to go inside of the main base, just because Ace does not have creep spread over in this area that allows the Reapers to jump straight into it.
That's true. Unlike Ascension to Ire, Odyssey does have that little ramp for the Reapers to go up into the main base. So
and we see these grenades just coming down one after the other, trying to hold off all these units. And
ooh, did you see that? Ravager morph? It dies anyway, but he almost saved that.
13 health left. We're going to pop out a fresh Ravager, keeping it nice and healthy. But we do still see more Reapers on the way. We're also going to be seeing Ace trying to build some SCVs behind this. The question is, how much damage can these Reapers do before they all die?
Yeah, Ace is doing a lot of damage actually right now. He's picking off several roaches and a queen with those grenades.
Trying to find that creep tumor, and it looks like he does get it.
Yeah, he gets
it's actually pretty big.
Still making Reapers.
I know. And we do see roaches and Ravengers still coming out of Jack. And the question is how much damage will these Reapers be able to do? These grenades doing a ton of damage. But Jack doing the smart thing, and every single roach that starts that's almost died, he makes it into a Ravager, and Ravengers are much more effective against Reapers.
So Ace checking for that third, sees that it's still not there. Jack's been making a couple of drones here and there throughout this, so he's still 4 workers ahead, but Ace
we see
making, actually he's got 5 Raxes now.
Yeah.
Still no
We
factory.
do see 2 tech labs, which is interesting. So we could see some Marauders come out, possibly.
He's getting some upgrades with the stem.
Yeah. So we see stem, and we still see more Reapers, and now we start seeing some Marines coming out. Now the question is, will he just start banking these Marines and just go straight into bio? because we could see these Marines go to possibly clearing out some Overlords. But it looks like right now there are only 2 Overlords on the map from Jack that are just kind of scouting the base.
Yeah, Jack made another round of roaches, around 7 I think, and he's walking across the map with them, so Ace needs
Ooh.
to delay or counterattack because
See
he doesn't have much at home.
You see 2 Reapers getting picked off by these Roach and Ravengers. And Ace now sees that he's coming in for an attack, goes immediately back to his base, and getting caught by these Roaches and Ravengers.
Yeah.
But it looks like not going to be able to do very much
Oh
damage.
no, he's jumping back down.
Oh, as we see some morphs into Ravengers, we see these Roaches and Ravengers try to come across the map. This bio right here, we have some Marines coming in to back up the Reapers.
Yeah, he's holding
How
the
much damage can this do?
top of the ramp, but yeah, roaches are pretty good against Marines.
All right, and we do see Combat Shield coming in. And Combat Shield and Stem both about to finish, have a little bit of time, but are almost finished up. Now, the interesting thing is going to be whether or not Jack can get these tech labs before it finishes up. And yes,
Yeah, he snipes the stem and the combat shields.
oh man, and that's actually pretty big, especially against this army and this choice. And there we have it. GG.
Well played by Jack. Good work holding off on the Reaper aggression. Holding off the Reapers with roaches and also macroing up behind it, right? I would have just kept on making units and fell behind.
It was very interesting to see how all in Ace went with those Reapers. He just kept building them and didn't really transition until it was a little too late. And it was also pretty interesting to see that he put those tech labs down right at the entrance and not inside the main base where he had 2 barracks ready to build them. But I guess he just kind of went risky and it didn't pay off as much as he thought it would.
Cool.
We see some smack in the client
Well,
chat saying it's
we can make it a best of 3 since we haven't had many games tonight.
Should be interesting.
All right, let's make it a best of 3, guys.
Alrighty.
Since Ace lost.
Hopefully we will see a game that's not only Reapers and a few Marines.
Yeah. Yeah, during all that Reaper micro, Ace was floating almost 1,000 minerals, so.
Oh yeah. And I feel like that's the problem with Terran going for a 3-Rax Reaper, is you focus so much on those Reapers that you don't realize how much you have banking in the back that you just aren't able to catch up on if you don't keep up with it. Especially with Zerg continuously pumping out Roaches and Ravengers, and you're not able to kill those Roaches because they morph straight into healthy Ravengers.
Raj is here. Maybe we can still play him. Do you still want to play? Do we have our diamonds? Diamond Monster on? Um... We're just gonna play Abyssal.
Alrighty. Now it should be pretty interesting to see what Ace goes for in this game, because he does know that Jack is able to hold off some cheeses that happen. So we could possibly see maybe a different type of cheese, or we could just see a good macro game. And Abyssal Reef is actually a pretty interesting game for a macro, especially in a ZVT. in that last matchup with the Zerg, it was pretty interesting to see them take the bottom base for their third, just because tanks have a really good range and are able to pick off the third if they go for that bottom because of the ramp, which I don't really like too much. But it should be an interesting game to see as long as we go into that macro.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the two players open up with. So spawning on the bottom right, as last game, blue Zerg player Jack playing for Psionic Aftermath, and on the top left we've got a red Terran Psionic Aftermath / Confed. It's Ace.
All right. We do see the players just kind of joking around about the last match. And Ace says that he has a few more tricks up his sleeve, so it should be interesting to see what those are.
Yeah, he also decided to do that build on probably one of the biggest maps. Status
which was
sequencer,
very
right?
interesting.
Those maps are huge.
Especially because that Overlord, the second it sees those 3 racks, it's going to... The Zerg is going to have enough time to hold it back, as we saw, and start building up an army, which might have been not the best map to choose if you knew he was going for 3 racks. But Terran going for a quick command center here.
Yeah, he's going 1 rack's command center gasless, so I actually don't know how this plays out with a pool first from Jack.
It should be pretty scary depending on how it goes, because we do see the gas coming down with the extractor very early from the Zerg. So we could see a speed and going in for probably a Bane bus, which is going to be very good for the Zerg, especially because we do have that very quick command center. And we see a Marine, and that's all it's going to be. We don't have a Reaper, but that Marine is going to be able to pick off this Overlord, because it doesn't look like this Overlord's going to change direction anytime soon, which will run directly into that Marine.
Yeah, he's looking for it.
We do see speed coming down as well, so there is that possibility.
Yeah, it'll be 2 Marines versus 4 Zerglings. He actually turns the Zerglings around. No.
Ooh, and we see a 3rd command center coming down from our Terran.
Wow, Ace being super greedy.
Very
super
greedy.
macro.
And the best part is, this Ace has no idea that Jack has gone for a pool first. And this speed is a little more than halfway done, so it's going to be pretty soon. We're going to see a flood of lings, and that wall is not complete. It's still missing a supply depot to fully block off.
Yeah, he's still only on 1 barracks, no factory, no any other production. And Jack's making lings on the other side of the map. So
yeah. And we don't see any reactor. We just see some SCVs getting pumped out as fast. And there we go. Now we see a factory and another barracks coming down.
I don't know if the factory will get any units out before this attack commences, though.
This bunker is very smart choice after seeing those lings with a very fast speed. And we do see the lings running across the map, going to be joining up. But the question is, will this bunker be done on time before Jack comes in? And we see the Banelings getting morphed. We have 8 Banelings on the way.
Yeah, 8
more lings.
8 Banelings definitely enough to break down that bunker. And Ace sees the Banelings coming on in.
There we have it. The Banelings coming in, going to immediately go straight into that mineral line. And GG to Jack. Well done.
2-0 for Jack in the best of 3. And I'm getting hungry, so I am going to call it. Congratulations, Psionic Aftermath, for winning this week's Clan War. And I think our next event is on Saturday, an all-kill versus Valid G at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to tune in for that.
Yeah, guys.
But thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you, Causing Virus, for joining me in the last few series.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the invitation. Well done, guys, and good games.
Good games, indeed. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.